my gosh, some of these things I just can't answer. Like this, among your kids, who is the easiest to taken care of or who obeys the rules the most? You know what, let's just talk about it. I'd say it's Mia. Anytime I ask the kids, hey kids, get your clothes, or hey kids, pick up the table, Mia's always the first one coming down the stairs saying, yes mommy. Definitely her, hands down. Goodwill versus Value Village for back to school shopping. Both. I'm all for thrifting. I don't know why back in the day I used to be so embarrassed for thrifting, but it's way better because if you shop at the places where everybody else shops, everyone just looks the same. One, it's just way more affordable, you can save money, and two, your child's gonna look more unique. Okay, can you share each of the girls' personalities? I get that question a lot, or like, describe your children in one word. All right, everything is blurry. I'm nearsighted, so I think my vision is -4. That's legally blind, so I have to wear glasses or contacts if I'm driving. Okay, so it's really tough for me to describe the girls in one word because they're just, there's so many things, you know? Let's just start with Juliana, my firstborn. She's super sweet. She's like a mini mommy, always taking care of her sisters. Generally, she knows right from wrong. She's a great kid, very intelligent. But she has a temper. She's kind of like me. She gets frustrated easily. I wouldn't say temper. She gets frustrated easily if she can't figure something out. Next, Mia always wants to try to do the right thing. She wants to always keep mommy and daddy happy and everybody else. She is kind of like the mediator between JB and Kira, because JB and Kira, they're like BFFs, but they have a love-hate relationship. They really know how to get on each other's nerves, but they're also inseparable. And she's always the one being like, you guys stop fighting, don't do that. She's very smart, very intelligent, but she always underestimates her ability to succeed. So for example, learning how to ride a bike, she was always scared of falling. She didn't even want to try, but it wasn't until she gets over that hump that she's just like, and Kira, also very sweet. Kira, I find, shows the least emotion out of the girls. She's very tough, and she's always been tough ever since she was an infant. Very strong-willed. If she has her mind set on something, she will do it. She's super persistent. She's like a little Curious George. She always has questions. She has an amazing memory. It's crazy. She remembers the places she goes. She associates her travels with what she eats. We'll be like, oh, remember that time in New York? And she's like, yeah, that in New York I had the rainbow donut, and then I had those mini cupcakes. She's a tough kid. She's a tough kid that has a soft side, but you just kind of have to pull it out of her. And once you do, like, she's a little cuddle bug. Really sweet. Best thing you've learned as a mother? Patience. Throughout the years, I'm just more and more laxed. I'm not as, stop doing this, stop that. Like, it's not worth the stress. It was this one time we went camping with my in-laws, and the kids were playing, and they were with another kid too. I use these sponges, and I reuse them a few times, so I've had this pack for years. I bought them off of Amazon. I noticed there's quite a few questions on these last time. But anyways, it was this one time we were camping, and the kids, they were, I think 4. They were still toddlers at the time. Something was happening and I was intervening. I was like, oh, don't do that. Oh, be careful. I was a helicopter mom. My in-laws were like, you should just let them play. It was like a light switched. Yeah, you know, they are their own people. They gotta learn. So yeah, it was then that I decided, you know, I'm not gonna be the helicopter mom. So yeah, I'd say that's like one of the big lessons I've learned as a mom for these kids now. And I'm sure there's going to be many, many more lessons as they grow older. And holy cow, I don't know if I'm ready for these teenage years. Have you had any insecurities with your post-baby body? I've been having them with mine. Oh yeah, are you kidding? Yeah. If you follow me for a while, you've really seen me fluctuate with my weight, and like even now, like I'm at one of my heaviest, but I'm not as hard on myself as I was, because I think I was at my heaviest a few years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and then I lost weight and then I gained it back again. But I definitely feel better about myself now, and I think it's because I'm actually moving. I'm exercising at least 5 times a day, 5 times a week, and even if it's just the stationary bike or even walking for 20 minutes, just me moving makes me feel good. You know, they say that you get those endorphins when you're exerting yourself or you're working out. I know it just pretty much boils down to my diet. I can't eat like I used to because my metabolism seems to be slowing down. Yeah, so that's it. As long as I'm moving and exercising, I know I mentally and physically feel good. Okay, what do you do when the twins are fighting or when the kids are fighting? Oh my gosh, I just realized I forgot to mention Leah's personality in the very beginning. She's full, oh my gosh, she's full of personality. To summarize her, she's rambunctious, she's loud, she loves food, she's a huge foodie, and she likes to laugh. She loves playing with mommy and daddy and her sisters. And I guess that's all I have to say with that. I don't know, like we're still trying to figure her out. So yeah, the kids, when they're fighting, what do? I try to have them figure it out and have them rationalize it out, because I can't always be the mediator. They need to figure it out themselves. And oftentimes when I hear, I'm gonna tell mommy, I rarely hear it anymore, which is awesome. But years ago, it used to be, I'm gonna tell mommy, and I'd be like, you better not tell mommy, work it out yourself. And they do, they work it out themselves, which is great. Most of the time they do. How do you manage kids' meals? It's like staying in kitchen all day. Ooh, that's an easy one. Cook in huge batches. For instance, today, we had leftover curry. I cooked curry yesterday, and then it lasted for 2 days. And the day before that, I cooked chicken katsu. I just cooked like a whole pack of chicken. I just put it in the oven today, and it was just as good and crispy. Again, like sinigang, which is a tamarind soup, I cook a whole pot of that. Leftovers are awesome. And then also, I gotta admit, frozen foods are also my best friend for the days that I just don't have the energy to cook. One that I really like and has vegetables, it's the garlic chicken broccoli pasta. It has like big chunks of broccoli, it has carrots in there. So I feel less guilty giving them that because it has the vegetables in there. And then like the dino nuggets, I love that. I'll just steam some broccoli on the side. It also helps that daddy cooks a lot too, but he prefers the fresh meals. So yeah, I mean, oh man, these girls, they eat. Okay, so last question. How to handle your oldest getting jealous or needs attention even though she gets most of it when you play with baby? Actually, I remember thinking about this with Juliana and the twins because I never wanted JB to feel left out. And now that I think about it, it's like she never really felt left out because one, she was so like she was a baby herself when the twins were born. They're only a year and a half apart. But I thought about this also with Leah and the older girls, especially Juliana, because, you know, with her being the oldest, she really is the one with the most responsibilities. I make sure to be super attentive whenever she asks me questions. So whenever she asks for help on her iPad or if she wants to show me something, I make sure to put my phone down, or to like even just responding to her, and not only responding in a yes no, it's a yes, that is really cool, I like that rainbow that you had over there. Like even just that comment, she's like, you could tell like she's really happy, she's satisfied, and she knows mommy is listening and giving her attention. Sorry, my camera was about to die, but So yeah, basically giving attention, those little moments, those moments that you think maybe it doesn't really matter. That's how I feel with JB, and because of it, I honestly, I could tell she doesn't feel neglected at all, or that she's not being heard. Anyways, thank you so much for sending in your questions. I would like to know what some of your answers are. If you have a different approach or a different comment to some of the questions, please do share, because I love learning every single day other parenting techniques, tips and tricks that work. And that's what I love about this platform and the comments. I've really learned so much from other mothers here. Whenever I have like an issue on the blogs, or I don't know how to do something, I love that I can turn to the comments and it's basically like a mini community. So thank you so much. Gonna call it a night here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Night night.